Juno Beach is a 6-mile-long beach located on the coast of Normandy, France. On June 6, 1944, D-Day, this stretch of sand became the battleground where thousands of Canadian soldiers faced the formidable Nazi defenses of the Atlantic Wall. As part of the Allied invasion, Juno Beach was one of the 5 key landing zones in Operation Overlord, the largest amphibious assault in history.
I'm standing on Juno Beach, which is a huge part of Canadian history. On D-Day, this is where the Canadians landed to storm the beach. They played a huge role, and there is a memorial and a museum here, and we are going to go and check it out today. It's very humbling to be standing here on Juno Beach. I have gone to see the American landings and the English landings, but to be here where my fellow Canadians and forefathers landed on Juno Beach and suffered so many casualties it's very meaningful for me to be here. I think many Canadians are very proud to stand on these shores, and I'm standing right here on the beach. My grandfather fought in Dieppe, and he was actually captured as a prisoner of war, and I've learned since being in Normandy that Dieppe was a testing ground actually for the D-Day landings. And it's kind of sad because the Canadians were just slaughtered during Dieppe, but it did actually help with the war effort. The Juno Beach Center honors the 45,000 Canadians who lost their lives during the war. 5,500 alone were killed during the Battle of Normandy, and 381 soldiers died on D-Day. Young Canadian volunteers work at the center, leading tours through the bunkers, and take pride and passion in sharing the stories of the time. This is a great tour inside the German bunkers that were taken over and became a campsite after the war, and now it is part of the Juno experience.
Wow.
After the tour of the German bunkers and a walk on the historic beach, there is a museum to explore. The Juno Beach Museum traces the events that led up to World War II and the role that Canada played in defeating Hitler. It is an interactive museum with a lot of literature to read, and I suggest at least 2 hours to go through all the information. Out of all the museums we visited in Normandy, it was the 12-minute film They Walk With You at the Juno Center that had the most impact. This emotional film uses actual newsreels from the Second World War to paint a vivid picture of the D-Day landings and the Battle of Normandy. With all the division in the world today, a visit to Normandy is a powerful reminder of how easy it is for democracies to fall and for hate to win out. This place is a reminder to remember the sacrifices made by our grandfathers and to all those who stood up against tyranny. They fought for the fragile freedom and fragile peace that we have today. It is our responsibility to make sure that their sacrifices weren't made in vain. So today, let's all be a little kinder to one another. Give your loved ones a hug, and lest we forget the ultimate sacrifices made on that beach 80 years ago.